So, it's really annoying when you do a commentary and it doesn't even record. I just talked for about 20 minutes and my mic wasn't even plugged in. So, the only thing that was capturing what I was saying was my computer's natural mic, I guess, and you can barely hear anything. So, for me, this is the second time I'm gonna be talking about what I'm about to talk about, and it's really annoying because I usually don't like I did that in my first take, and by first take I mean like I did the whole thing without stopping because of some mistake, and I do that a lot, and that's the first time I did it without ever stopping, and then after I was done, I realized, oh no, I was actually not even talking. So yeah, so I'm a little annoyed at that, but anyway. Of course, this is the third episode of Head to Head Talk, where I talk about stuff while a head to head match goes on in the background. Um, I'm using France because I don't know why I'm using France, but I'm just using France, so deal with it. Um, and if I sounded weird in the last video, which is Head to Head Talk 2, um, it's only because my mic wasn't like my mic. I'm having a lot of mic problems. I'm starting to notice that. In the last video, my mic was like, so I have a headset, and like you have the earmuffs thing, the earmuffs. I just said the earmuffs, the headphone part, like the ears part. I'm not good with terminology. If like I had a face cam, like you'd see what I'm doing. Like I'm pointing to my ear as I'm saying this, but you can't see me, so it's kind of pointless. Like my mic was like up, like behind my ear, so it wasn't even at my mouth. So like the fact that I was able to even, or that the mic was able even to pick up anything I said in that video, it's actually a bit amazing. So sorry if that messed up your experience, but life goes on. Can't make those stuff kind of bother you. I'm sure it's not that dramatic, but you know. You never know. You really never know. Anyway, the topic I want to talk about today is football pet peeves, or my football pet peeves. Keyword my, or my, yeah, my football pet peeves. If you do any of these, don't be offended. You're not wrong. You're not a bad person. It just means that I think you're a bad person. Just kidding. It's just really stuff that annoy me about football, or stuff that people do in football that annoy me. And some of these aren't necessarily wrong. In fact, most of these aren't wrong. Actually, when I look at this list, none of these are actually that wrong, except for probably one. But they're just annoying stuff that can piss off. The first one is, and remember, like I said, don't be offended if you do any of these. It's just stuff that piss me off. And yeah. So the first thing that here on my list is when people call the Europa League the Europa Cup. I understand it used to be called the UEFA Cup, but it's no longer called the UEFA Cup, and it's not a merger. It's the Europa Cup. It's Europa League. See, I almost ended up calling it Europa Cup myself. It's the Europa League, not Europa Cup. And I hate it when people do that because it's not. I don't know. It's again pet peeve. It's kind of irrational when you think about it, but I just hate it. It's not a mixture of the UEFA Cup and Europa League. You don't hear people saying that calling the Champions League the Champions Cup, even though at no point it was called like um it had like cup in its name. It was always pretty much Champions League. I mean, of course, like when it became like the Champions League in the 90s, but like you don't hear people saying, like it used to be called European Cup, I guess. You don't hear people saying the European League. Like that'd be retarded. So if you're gonna call the Europa League the Europa Cup, then you have to call the Champions League the European League. Even though I don't think that would make any sense. But at the end of the day, Europa Cup doesn't make any sense either because, well, I guess it kind of does, but well, it's still a pet peeve because shut up. The next one is when commentators exaggerate player names, like Eden Hazard or Azar. or Azar or you know, and I'm basically talking about Eden Hazard. Um, I know he's French, or I know like they speak French in Belgium, but like if you're gonna call Hazard Hazard or Eden Hazard, um, you're gonna then you might as well call Ronaldo or Cristiano Ronaldo Cristiano Ronaldo because that's basically how they say it in Portuguese. So if you're gonna say Hazard's name like you're French when you're really English, then you can sound like a complete retard when you say Ronaldo's name. Not that Portuguese people sound like retards when they talk, allegedly, but well, actually, even like I know this Portuguese dude that even he said that Portuguese people sound retarded. Like it sounds like a retarded Spanish, but anyway, I didn't say that. I'm just repeating what I heard. But that's beside the point. If you want to call Eden Hazard Hazard, then be my guest on. Then you have to call Ronaldo Ronaldo, and I guess there's nothing really wrong with that. But you barely hear English commentators call Ronaldo that name. I can't bear to say it like that again, but yeah, basically, stop calling Eden Hazard Hazard if you're not already French. If you're already French, then I don't know how French works, but you call him whatever you want. Actually, before I move on, another thing, a couple years ago when Ryan Bertrand was starting for Chelsea in the Champions League final, like one of the commentators, I think I was watching the highlights back, and so I don't remember who was the commentator, but he was calling Ryan Bertrand, and that doesn't even make any sense. He's not even French. He's English. That yeah. Anyway, my next one is Glory Hunters, and this is something a lot of people have a problem with, or this is something a lot of people hate, and that's Glory Hunters. But to be specific, I don't mind if you start supporting like a successful team, but I really only hate it when like you support one team and then your team starts playing bad and you switch to a team that's playing good. I hate it. I basically hate it when you switch teams, I guess. And that's like if you don't support a team and you see a team that you like or you like them because they're winning and you want to support them, then fine. I just hate it when you like if your teams like I just want it like I just like it when if you decide to support that team, you're gonna support them when they have bad times or when they start losing. But I guess really it's not really Glory Hunters I hate, it's just really loyalty, I guess. I don't know. It's among those lines, and yeah, yeah. But really, it's really between fans because as a few years ago, like one of my friends who's a Man United fan, he was saying that Hazard is a glory hunter because he chose to come to Chelsea just because they won the Champions League, and or he chose to come to Chelsea over Man United because we won the Champions League. And it's kind of different because when you're a player, players tend to go to bigger clubs. Well, I'm not saying Chelsea's a bigger club than Man United, but players tend to go to I don't know. All right, let me rephrase that. So when a player like Shaqiri goes from Basel to Bayern, he's not a glory hunter. He's just trying to better his career. So when Hazard went to Chelsea, his thinking was probably, oh, this team became the European champions with a group of players that, well, are not really a bad group of players, but with a team that's not the greatest. So if I can go there, if they can win the Champions League like that, maybe I can go there and make them a better team, or or I can make them better, or whatever. And even recently, you kind of heard that Drogba was part of the team that convinced Hazard to join Chelsea. So it probably wasn't even about, he probably didn't even take into consideration that Chelsea were European champions. Actually, no, he did. Like, I think he said it. Like, he actually said part of the reason why he joined Chelsea was because they won the Champions League. I don't know. Probably should look like looked about that before I started this. But anyway, the next thing on this list is, or the next thing that I hate is Ronaldo and Messi fanboys, and I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one on this boat. Um, and being specific, I don't hate it like if you're a fan of Ronaldo or Messi. I just hate it when like you're a fan of one and you think that like he said the other one is complete garbage. Like when he said that, you're kind of losing out because like say you're a Ronaldo and I guess for a better term or better phrase or whatever, let's say you're a Ronaldo fanboy. Like everything. Like you're gonna see Ronaldo as like the best player in life, and you're gonna see Messi as. Wait, I don't think you actually see him as that, but alright. So like, say you go on YouTube and like you're watching a Ronaldo video, you're gonna see like every other comment or every now and then, every sporadic comment would be. Can I say it like that? Can you say that? Like every sporadic comment. I only saw the word on feet. Anyway, every other comment is on a Ronaldo video, you'd see like, oh, he's a diving little princess or something like that, and Messi's the best, blah blah blah. And like on every Messi video, you'd see, oh, he's not that good, or he sucks, or he's garbage. Ronaldo is the best, blah blah blah. That's annoying because you're kind of making it, you're belittling like the two best players in the world, and like I don't want to explain what I'm saying. Like you're kind of losing out. So if you're saying to yourself that like Ronaldo is the greatest thing ever, but Messi is trash, then you're missing out on enjoying how good Messi is. And it's the same the other way around. If you're so focused on how good is it Messi? Yeah, so focused on how good Messi is, but like you think Ronaldo is garbage, and you're missing out on how good Ronaldo is. And it's different from like people who favor one over the other, but like still think both are good players. And that's where a lot of people really are. Like they have the favorite, or they have one that they prefer over the other, but like they still acknowledge and appreciate the fact that the other one is still amazing. So like for example, me, I won't say a Messi fan, but I prefer Messi over Ronaldo, but I still appreciate how good Ronaldo is, and I still think he's an amazing player. Like the other day I don't remember who I heard say it, but somebody asked somebody asked another person the question, who you prefer, Ronaldo or Messi? And he said he basically said he said Messi is a magician and Ronaldo is a machine. And that's so true. Like just enjoy, like in other words, they're both amazing players, just enjoy the two of them. Don't like, if you have a favorite then good, but at least still try to enjoy them both, you know. But anyway, really at the end of the day, like what I kind of hate is that look at that rubbish, by the way. I had no right to score that goal. I don't know what Neuer was doing. You probably could see that I was struggling to score. And I don't know why I shot that. I had no reason to shoot that, and I had no right to score. And Neuer is supposedly one of the best keepers in the game, and he goes and does something like that. So this guy must have been raging after that happened. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So like I hate how everything has to be a competition. So like PS3 and Xbox 360. Maybe I should talk about next gen, but like, it's just an example. So like if you like PS3 or PlayStation, then play it, but don't try to don't like say how awful the Xbox is, because like I hate how like everything is a competition really. Like if you like one thing, just play it. Same thing with like PES and FIFA. If you like PES, play PES. If you like FIFA, play FIFA. Don't focus on like trying to like I guess put down the other one, I guess. And in some cases, oh look at that nice little chip. I didn't even remember I scored that. If you like both, like somebody like me, I like both, and it's really annoying because when you like two of the same, when you like two things like that, you're gonna hear a lot of negative stuff from both sides, and you're just hearing a lot of negative stuff about two things you like. So, like for me, like another thing for me is like American football and like football, soccer, football. Like every time I hear an argument about like American football and football, I really get annoyed because like you just like they're just putting down two things that you like, and you know, like I don't know. You get it's easy to get offended, or I don't know. I don't really know where I'm going with this, but anyway, let me move on. So the next thing I hate, and this is probably like a life thing, I hate how players' mistakes are more they're more remembered than, or they're more, yeah, player mistakes are more remembered than and I guess their accomplishments. So like if you do like 10 good things as a player but do like 3 bad things, people are gonna remember and focus on those 3 bad things as opposed to like praise you for the 10 good things. So of course you probably remember Torres' miss against Manchester United a few years ago. Um, and a lot of people remember that game for Torres' miss, or whenever people think about that miss, they think they just, or right when they remember that game, they just think about the Torres miss. But a lot of people don't remember that that was actually one of Torres' best games for Chelsea, and he even scored a nice little chip. He scored Chelsea's only goal, and it was a pretty like good goal too. So it was a nice little chip over the hair. And after the game, like I kind of like there's a picture of the chip or the goal, and I put it as my profile pic, and like everybody was kind of like some of the people who didn't even watch the game, like they messaged me and was like, wait, when did that happen? And I was like, I actually happened in the same match that you're talking about the tires miss in. So anyway, um yeah, basically stuff like that. Like when Chelsea played Southampton, Essien made a mistake early in the game, and I think he kind of recovered and had like a solid kind of game. But when I went on my Twitter, like I thought Chelsea fans were just like how they're just going on about how bad a game Essien was having, and it was pretty annoying. But anyway, um, as you can see here, I think I won the league title. I think it's a league title, either that or a promotion. I don't know. I'm not sure what the confetti is for. It's probably because I won the titles. But anyway, I didn't quite get to talk about everything I wanted to talk about, but it's all good. Um, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's kind of coming to an end now. You're gonna see if I got promoted or not, or you're gonna see the amount of points I have towards the end. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed what I talked about. I hope you aren't offended by what I said. Yeah, it's promotion. I think yeah, I haven't won the title yet, but that's kind of weird. I have confetti for just winning. Anyway, thanks for watching. Check out my channel if you're not subscribed, and again, thanks for watching.